Okay, so when I left off, the gravediggers were goofing around, cracking jokes, and Hamlet and Horatio pop in while the gravedigger is singing a song and being ridiculous with skulls and stuff that he digs up. Hamlet says, "Has this fellow no feeling of his business that he sings at grave making? Custom hath made it a property of easiness," meaning like he's used to it. It's no big deal. "'Tis e'en so, the hand of little employment hath the daintier sense." And then the first gravedigger sings, "By age with his stealing steps hath clawed me in his clutch, and hath shipped me into the land, if I had never been such." In some productions I've seen, he like has a little flask with him, throws up a big skull. Like this is absolutely nothing for him. And then Hamlet says, "That skull hath a tongue in it and could sing once. How the knave jowls it to the ground as if it were Cain's jawbone that did the first murder. It might have been the pate of a politician, which this ass now overreaches. One would circumvent God, might it not?" "It might, my lord." "Of a courtier which could say, 'Good morrow, sweet lord. How dost thou, good lord?' This might be my lord such a one that had praised my lord such a one's horse when he meant to beg it, might it not?" "Ay, my lord." "Why, e'en so, and now my lady Worms chapless and knocked about the mazzard with a sexton's spade. Here's fine revolution, and we had the trick to see it. Did these bones cost no more the breeding, but to play at loggets with them? I'd ache to think on it." So I don't know if you're noticing what Hamlet's thinking or noticing here, but it's sort of for the first time dawned on Hamlet that it doesn't matter who you are or who you once were, that regardless of how important or not important, if you were Lord such and Lady so and so, eventually the worms are going to get you. The worms are going to get us all, and some gravedigger will be messing around with you like you're nobody special and never were. And now the gravedigger's going to do it again. "A pick, axe, and a spade for a shrouding sheet. Oh, a pit of clay for to be made for such a guest as meet." And he throws up another skull. "There's another. Why, may not that be the skull of a lawyer? Where be his quiddites now, his quillets, his cases, his tenures, and his tricks? Why does he suffer this rude knave now to knock him about the sconce with a dirty shovel, and will not tell of him his action of battery? This fellow might be of its time a great buyer of land, where his statutes he recognizes, fines, his double vouchers, his recoveries, is this fine or that fines, of the recoveries, to have him his fine pate full of fine dirt. Will his vouchers vouch him no more his purchases, and double ones too, than the length of breath of a pair of indentures? The very conveyances of his lands will hardly lie in the box, and must the inheritor himself have no more? Huh? Not a jot more, my lord. Is not parchment made of sheepskins? Ay, my lord, and of calfskins too. They are sheep and calves which seek out assurance in that. I will speak to this fellow. Whose grave is this, sirrah?" "Mine, sir." "Oh, a pit of clay for to be made for such a guest as meet." "I think it be thine indeed, for thou liest in it." You lie out on it, sir, and therefore it is not yours. For my part, I do not lie in it, yet 'tis mine." "Thou dost lie in it, and to be in it is to say it is thine. 'Tis for the dead, not for the quick, therefore thou liest." "'Tis a